Have you ever felt there's more to life than what meets the eye? This question has sparked curiosity in countless minds throughout history. It's a thought that can lead us down paths of discovery, growth, and profound change. Today, we're going to explore one such path, a personal journey to spiritual enlightenment. Our story begins with doubt and curiosity. It's natural to question the beliefs we grow up with, to wonder if there's something beyond what we've been taught. Maybe you've found yourself looking at the world around you and thinking, is this all there is? This feeling of wanting more, of seeking deeper meaning, is often the first step on a spiritual path. As we start to look for answers, we might turn to books, conversations with friends, or even online resources. We begin to explore ideas that are new to us, concepts that challenge our existing worldview. This can be both exciting and scary. It's like opening a door to a room you've never seen before. You don't know what you'll find, but you're drawn to look. Meditation is often one of the first practices people try when they're exploring spirituality. It's a simple concept, sitting quietly and focusing on your breath, but it can have profound effects. At first, it might feel strange or even frustrating. Our minds are used to constant activity, so being still can be a challenge. But with practice, we start to experience moments of calm and clarity. As we continue on this path, we might start reading spiritual texts. These could be ancient writings or modern interpretations. They often contain wisdom that speaks to us on a deep level. We might find ourselves nodding along as we read, feeling like the words are expressing thoughts we've always had but never been able to articulate. Of course, this journey isn't always smooth sailing. We might face skepticism from friends or family who don't understand why we're suddenly interested in these New Age ideas. They might worry that we're being led astray or joining a cult. It's important to remember that their concerns come from a place of care, even if they feel hurtful. We might also struggle with our own doubts. It's common to wonder if we're just fooling ourselves, if there's really anything to all this spiritual stuff. These doubts are natural and even healthy. They keep us questioning and learning, rather than blindly accepting everything we hear. As we continue to practice meditation and explore spiritual ideas, we might start to notice changes in ourselves. We might find that we're able to stay calm in situations that would have stressed us out before. We might start to see beauty in everyday things we used to overlook. These small shifts can add up to a big change in our overall outlook on life. One of the most profound experiences on a spiritual journey is often a sense of connection with nature. We might find ourselves drawn to spend more time outdoors, whether it's hiking in the mountains or simply sitting in a local park. As we pay attention to the natural world around us, we might start to feel a sense of oneness with it all. The boundaries between us and everything else begin to blur. This feeling of connection often extends to our relationships with other people as well. As we become more aware of our own thoughts and feelings, we often become better at understanding others. We might find ourselves becoming more patient, more compassionate. We start to see that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own challenges. Gratitude is another important aspect of many spiritual paths. As we start to pay more attention to our lives, we often begin to notice all the good things we've been taking for granted. This might be as simple as appreciating a warm cup of coffee in the morning, or as profound as feeling thankful for the love of family and friends. Cultivating gratitude can have a powerful effect on our overall happiness and well-being. As we progress on our spiritual journey, we might start to notice our ego getting in the way. The ego is that part of us that wants to be special, to be better than others. It's the voice in our head that's always comparing, always judging. Recognizing the ego's influence can be a big step forward. We start to see how much of our suffering comes from these ego-driven thoughts and behaviors. Learning to let go of the ego's demands is a lifelong process, but even small steps can make a big difference. We might find ourselves less reactive to criticism, less needy for approval. We start to feel more comfortable just being ourselves, without constantly trying to prove our worth to others. Incorporating spiritual practices into our daily routine can help maintain and deepen our progress. This might involve setting aside time each morning for meditation or reflection. It could mean pausing throughout the day to take a few deep breaths and reconnect with our inner selves. Some people find it helpful to keep a gratitude journal, writing down a few things they're thankful for each day. Consistency is key when it comes to spiritual practices. It's not about having dramatic experiences every time we meditate or read a spiritual text. Often, it's the small daily actions that add up to big changes over time. It's like exercising. We don't expect to see results after one workout, but if we keep at it, we gradually become stronger and fitter. As we continue on our spiritual path, we might experience moments of profound clarity or insight. These can come during meditation, while we're out in nature, or even in the midst of our everyday activities. Suddenly, something that we've been struggling to understand becomes clear. We might see our life or the world around us from a completely new perspective. These moments of clarity can be incredibly inspiring, but they're usually fleeting. The challenge is to integrate these insights into our daily lives. How can we hold on to that sense of peace or understanding when we're dealing with work stress or family conflicts? This is where the rubber meets the road on our spiritual journey. It's one thing to feel peaceful and connected when we're sitting on a meditation cushion. It's another to maintain that state when we're stuck in traffic or dealing with a difficult coworker. But this is also where we can see the real benefits of our spiritual practice. We might find that we're able to stay calmer in stressful situations. We might be able to see things from other people's perspectives more easily, reducing conflicts. We might be better able to let go of small annoyances instead of letting them ruin our day. Of course, life will still throw challenges our way. A spiritual path doesn't mean we'll never face difficulties or feel sad or angry, but it can give us tools to deal with these challenges more effectively. We might find that we're able to bounce back more quickly from setbacks. We might be able to find meaning or growth opportunities in difficult situations. As we continue to grow and learn on our spiritual journey, we might feel called to share our experiences with others. This doesn't mean preaching or trying to convert people to our way of thinking. Instead, it's often about living our values and letting others see the positive changes in our lives. We might find that friends or family members start asking us questions about our practices or beliefs. We might have opportunities to share techniques like meditation or mindfulness with co-workers who are struggling with stress. As we share what we've learned, we often find that we understand it better ourselves. It's important to remember that everyone's spiritual journey is unique. What works for us might not be right for someone else. The key is to share our experiences while respecting others' paths and beliefs. As we progress on our spiritual journey, we come to understand that enlightenment isn't a destination we reach once and for all. It's an ongoing process of growth and discovery. There will always be more to learn, more ways to grow. This understanding can be both humbling and liberating. We realize that we don't have to have all the answers. We can let go of the pressure to be perfect or to reach some idealized state of being. Instead, we can focus on continuing to learn and grow one day at a time. Staying open to new lessons is crucial on a spiritual path. This might mean exploring different spiritual traditions or practices. It might mean being willing to question our own beliefs and assumptions. It definitely means staying curious and eager to learn. As we near the end of our discussion today, it's worth reflecting on how far we've come. We started with a simple question: is there more to life than what meets the eye? And we've explored a journey that can lead to profound changes in how we see ourselves and the world around us. Remember, this is just one person's journey. Your path might look very different. The important thing is to stay open, stay curious, and keep exploring. Pay attention to what resonates with you and what doesn't. Trust your own experiences and insights. If you're just starting on your spiritual journey, know that it's okay to take small steps. You don't have to meditate for hours every day or read every spiritual book out there. Start with what feels manageable and go from there. Be patient with yourself and remember that growth takes time. If you're further along on your path, consider how you can deepen your practice or explore new areas. Maybe there's a retreat you've been thinking about attending, or a new meditation technique you'd like to try. Keep challenging yourself to grow and learn. No matter where you are on your journey, remember that you're not alone. Millions of people throughout history have asked these same questions and explored these same paths. We're all part of a long tradition of seekers and learners. As we wrap up, I'd like to encourage you to take some time to reflect on your own spiritual journey. Where are you right now? What questions are you grappling with? What practices or ideas have you found most helpful? And where do you want to go from here? Remember, there's no right or wrong way to explore spirituality. The important thing is to stay true to yourself and to keep growing and learning. Trust your own experiences and insights, but also be open to learning from others. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of a journey to spiritual enlightenment. I hope you found something here that resonates with you, something that might inspire you on your own path. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What step will you take today?